Uncletale proudly present Bobby and the Hunger Grump. It was another lovely weekend morning. Bobby, a chubby little boy with rosy cheeks, ran out of the house with excitement. He loved weekends the most because he got to play with his neighborhood friends. That day, they all met in the grassy field behind their houses. Some kids kicked a ball, others played tag, laughing and shouting joyfully. Bobby ran around until he was covered in sweat. His shirt was soaked, but he didn't want to stop. He was having the best time. "This is the best day ever," Bobby shouted with a big grin. As the sun began to lower in the sky, Bobby started to feel his tummy rumble. He stopped playing, panting from exhaustion, and told his friends he had to go home to eat. "Let's play again tomorrow," he called as he waved goodbye and ran home, dreaming of something delicious waiting for him. But when he opened the door, there was no smell of food like usual. On the table sat only a single warm glass of milk. "Just milk? I'm starving," Bobby shouted in frustration, frowning deeply. His hunger was now making him grumpy. Just then, Bobby's mom walked out of the kitchen, wiping her hands on her apron. Before she could say a word, Bobby snapped at her. "Don't you love me anymore, mom? Is that why you gave me only this?" Mom paused, her face saddened. She didn't say anything. She gave a small, gentle smile and quietly returned to the kitchen. Her heart ached, but she understood. Bobby wasn't a bad boy, he was just very, very hungry. Bobby plopped down at the table, still frowning, and took a sip of the milk. At first, he drank it just to fill his belly, but then he tasted something sweet honey. The warm milk, with its gentle honey flavor, began to soothe not just his tummy, but his heart too. He set the glass down and sat in silence, feeling a little embarrassed. "Mom made this with love, and I yelled at her," he thought, guilt filling his chest. Bobby stood up and walked slowly to the kitchen. His heart beat fast. He knew he had hurt Mom's feelings, and he wanted to say sorry. As he peeked into the kitchen, he saw something that made him freeze. Mom was taking a tray of freshly baked bread out of the oven. The smell of warm butter and soft bread filled the air. Mom turned and smiled warmly. "I knew you'd be hungry, sweetie. I was baking this just for you," she said softly. Bobby's eyes welled up with tears. He rushed to hug her tightly and whispered, "I'm so sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to be mean." Bobby sat with Mom at the kitchen table, enjoying warm bread and another glass of honey milk. It was the most delicious snack he'd ever had, not just because he was hungry, but because it was made with love. He looked up at his Mom and said gently, "I can be hungry, but I won't be mean to you ever again." Mom smiled and patted his head. "You're a good boy, Bobby. You just need to learn how to stay calm when your tummy's upset." From that day on, no matter how hungry Bobby got, he tried his best to stay kind, especially to the people who loved him most. Hunger or tiredness is never an excuse to say hurtful words. The love and care from our family are more important than an empty stomach.